It's important to use the time between races to the fullest extent, and that's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
Hello guys, it's LR Turbo 51 over here. Hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. And guys, I'm finally here with the content you guys have been waiting for. Guys, once again, I apologize that this has been taking so long. Like I said in one of my Dirt episodes, which I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. I don't know how I'm going to post everything all willy-nilly. But stuff in my life has recently been a bit hard. I've had a lot of unknowns recently in life. But I always come towards making my YouTube videos and editing and you know, recording and everything. And it always puts a smile on my face. So I apologize that you guys have been needed to wait so long for these episodes, but don't worry, I even got the game a week late. I mean, bloody hell. But in any case, guys, it's finally time for my team. We've got our car. I think she looks sexy for a base livery. I love the dark blue with the black and the red line. I really think it looks kinda sexy. So guys, it's my team. You know it's time to drop that like down below. It's only gonna take you 2 seconds. I mean, come on. Swipe up, click the like, swipe down, and yes, you're back watching. Yes, guys, we are heading towards Melbourne, Australia for the first round of our 22 race calendar. Like I said, my plan for F1 2020, with me still having a job and all these crazy things, I want 4 seasons of my team, full seasons, and I'm still a little bit caught into what I'm going to do with career mode, because that's not going anywhere. I am still really passionate about career mode. That is still the main reason for most people buying the Codemasters F1 game. So as you guys see in practice, we obviously had a few moments. First time taking our new baby out for a spin. It's not yet a beast. It's a tiny cute monster, but one day she will be a beast. So yes, guys, that's my goal for this. I want at least 8 seasons split between the 2 championships, and I want to do it 4-4. If we could do more, that would be fantastic, but we will see what happens in life. But guys, heading towards this first episode, you guys know this team it is a back marker team. We are a back marker with Haas and Williams. There's a lot that we still need to get going. We had a lot of moments. That was a massive crash at the end of practice too. So we're heading into this weekend a bit on the back foot, because I think I was overdriving the car a bit, but you never know. Let's see what happens. Follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Share this video with your friends. Tag me in the story or the post, and I will give you a shout out on social media as well as on YouTube. Guys, without further ado, let's head straight to quali. Oh yeah! As you guys can see, there is no longer a quali intro for the F1 2020 game. It's just a short little snippet, which I actually quite enjoy, because the quali intro, even though it's always fun to watch, it takes up a lot of time, especially when it comes to the videos. So that quick 30-second, you know, little intro is more than enough for me. The thing we all want and that we all like to see is the intro for the race itself, where we run through the grid and Crofty and Anthony Davidson talk, and they like, you know, they analyze what this race is going to be. That is what we are all hungry for. We don't really care so much about qualifying. I actually thought, guys, if there was like a big quali intro, I wouldn't have put the intro in anymore, because it just takes up so much time in the videos. And I know these My Team episodes are going to be immensely long episodes, so we have to save as much time as possible in the other areas of the video. So even though I'm talking over Jeff, you guys know we've still got Jeff. He's now our personal engineer for our team, which is fantastic. So guys, also just a quick tip for you guys. Guys, I'm going to talk about my F1 My Team and F1 the normal career mode, where we drive for an official F1 team. I'm going to keep them as different storylines. That's very important. The 2 storylines are never going to link. I might compare the 2 now and again, because I mean, we're still normal people living in the real world. But when you in for the videos, just have in the back of your head that I'm going to be talking of these 2 series apart as a different storyline. Guys, heading towards our final lap in Q1 for our first time as our own team in F1 2020. We head into the second sector here. It's a very hard braking zone through this next corner. Clip the curb on the inside. People tend to drive onto that curb onto the outside, but I tend to avoid it because it's really slippery, and if you just give a little bit too much power, you're going straight to the wall. Into my favorite corner of this track, this fast left-right chicane. It's almost flat out, just a slight tap of the brakes down 2 gears, and then as you get through the corner up, accelerate once again into these next 2 right-handers. 3rd gear up into 4th gear. That curb you can mount on the outside. Into this next right hand corner, it's almost flat out once again. Just downshift 1 gear and then put your foot down as quickly as possible. Here we go into this penultimate corner. 2nd gear up to 3rd gear, 4th gear through the final corner. Make sure you carry as much speed as possible. We have a terrible run through the final corner, and we're not going to better our lap time. We end up in P. Oh boy, don't be P22. Don't be P22. Oh, P17. Oh, okay, guys, so we are actually the fastest backmarker car. That, to me, is actually quite good. Okay, I'm impressed with that. I'm not gonna lie. That is actually very good news to me. Because, guys, for the first half of the season, we're going to be battling with Williams and Haas. Because those are the 2 backmarket teams along with us. As the second half of the season progresses, I would like to start touching on Alpha Tauri and Alfa Romeo. So, the 2 alphas.
I want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, Carl, it is not the end of the world. Guys, heading towards this episode, I'm super excited. We are not going for points just yet. If the possibility is there, we will still pounce on it. But other than that, we are just heading into this and try and get a top 15 finish. That is my goal. So guys, without further ado, let's head straight to the Australian Grand Prix.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Just south of Melbourne's downtown business centre is the one and only Albert Park circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy circuit with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake and a couple of good passing opportunities here as well, thanks in part to the DRS zones into turns 1, 3 and 13. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen, and Albon. Ricciardo, Ocon, Sainz, and Sergio Perez. Stroll, Kvyat, Pierre Gasly, and Raikkonen. Giovinazzi, Parker, Romain Grosjean, and Jack Aitken. Magnussen, Russell, Latifi, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Guys, jumping straight to the Grand Prix. Guys, one thing that I have to tell you guys, and I'm sorry for doing this, I accidentally forgot to turn on the formation lap. So like my usual videos where we use the formation lap as like a little, intro to the race, it's not going to happen today. We are literally jumping straight into the race. But don't worry, for the next episode, the formation lap will be switched on. I promise. I have already changed that setting in the game. But guys, it's an easy one-stop strategy. I'm going for a very contrast strategy from the hards to the mediums. I want to see if this works. We are a back market team. We've got nothing to lose as we head to 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go for the Australian Grand Prix. our first ever race as our own team. A brilliant start from the two Mercedes cars in the lead. Valtteri Bottas is ahead of Lewis Hamilton, heading into the first corner. Through this next part, it is Bottas. Then it is Hamilton. Then we've got the Ferrari of Max Verstappen going side by side with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. Guys, remember in F1 2019, Max Verstappen was in a Ferrari in my career mode. So I need to get used to now once again seeing Max in a Red Bull. It was the Ferrari of Vettel versus the Red Bull of Verstappen, or was it Leclerc? I'm not sure, but Verstappen is in between those two red Tifosi cars. And now heading to this next point, you go, oh, massive crash. Carlos Sainz off the road. He hits Ocon. Carlos Sainz out of the first race here in my team. He is out of the Grand Prix. What happened here? He is right behind Daniel Ricciardo and the Red Bull of Alexander Albon. Heading towards us. Oh, Carlos is just too hasty with his wheel. He overshook. That's basically what happened. He overshook and he lost the rear end, and at a very weird place to lose control of your car. He went into the barriers. He was actually lucky not to break the car heading into the barriers, but as he hits Ocon, he just broke his car. And guys, I don't know how Ocon doesn't have damage, but Ocon came out of that unscathed. The lucky duck. But also, the guys, there was the two racing points also got impacted heavily from that. So you guys see, heading into the first corner, I actually got a beautiful launch off the line. There was a lot of fighting into the first corner, and then opened up the door on the outside of the second corner for me just to fly through there. And guys, excuse my terrible helmet design. I literally forgot to do my helmet design before this Grand Prix. You guys will see a proper helmet from the next episode of my team. Sorry about that. In any case, guys, into this next part. Oh, there's the crash once again. You guys can see I nearly ran into the back of Lance Stroll. And then Perez...
Virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Guys, I'm actually shocked that the full safety car was not called out. But as you guys saw there, Perez hit me from behind in the other racing point. So the one racing point got taken out by the McLaren, well, not taken out, taken off by the McLaren of Sainz, who had no control. Obviously, his car was broken. And then because me trying to avoid it, left the door a little bit open to Perez, but he was a little bit too quick and didn't see that the door was closing, and he hit me on my side part, breaking his left front end plate of his front wing. And as you guys see that, I went for a massively aggressive move there on Kimi Raikkonen. We jump on into a few laps later, and the cars that I want to be fighting from the middle part of the season, the Alpha Tauris and the Alfa Romeos, are starting to give me a very hard time. That is the Alpha Tauri. I need to stop saying Alfa Romeo. Guys, for this season, I'm telling you now, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes calling the Alpha Tauris either Alfa Romeos or still Toro Rossos. I'm just saying it. Give me some time. No! Guys, that's our teammate, Jack Aitken! No! Guys, that is the last thing we needed, and that is the thing that I feared the most by choosing the Honda power unit. And Jack just keeps in front of the Williams of Nicholas Latifi as he heads through that section. Guys, that is why I didn't want to choose the Honda motor. Well, you guys saw in the previous episode that I would initially wanted the Mercedes engine, but it was just too expensive. And with that car course, the full core safety car, guys, by the way. And, Jack. Guys, I know the engine failure is not Jack's fault, but, that is the last thing we needed for our first race. For its turbo boosted racing. I'm still gonna have to get used to that name, but I'm not gonna lie, I love it. That is the last thing that our team needed. Guys, by the way, shout out to It's Assassins and Super Boosted. Thank you, boys, for helping me out with the two first episodes of this game. You guys are amazing, and I think that's going to become a yearly thing now. Every time the new game releases, you guys will be hearing from us, Cringy3. Thank you to those two guys. You guys can see Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull are double stacking in the pit lane. They are holding each other up immensely. It is chaos in the pit lane. It is happy hour in the pit lane, actually. And it is absolutely nutty at this stage. The grid has been shuffled up so much now. I do not know how things are going to look. There's the safety car. Esteban Ocon, involved in a massive crash on the first lap, coming out of it unscathed, luckily. It's leading the Grand Prix at this stage for Renault. I am sure the Renault boys are absolutely flying with happiness. Then you've got Danny Kvyat in P2. That's Max Verstappen in P3. You've got Charles Leclerc in P4. Then you've got Valtteri Bottas P5, Alexander Albon P6, Daniel Ricciardo P7, Sebastian Vettel has fallen all the way down to P8, the 6-time world champion Lewis Hamilton is all the way down to P9, and I am trundling along in P10. Ooh, excuse that, guys. That was a little bit of a hiccup combined with a burp there that just said, I'm here. But guys, I'm in 10th, and as you guys see, I dove into the pit lane and strapped on the soft tires. I have converted down my 1-stop to a 2-stop. I'm gonna go soft mediums. If I knew the safety car was gonna come out, I would have gone onto the softs at the beginning of this race. But you live and learn. As we've got a Renault leading an Alpha Tauri through the first corner. We are the only car, as far as I know, guys, running soft tires at this stage. So we will be quite fast at this stage of the GP. Look at Lewis Hamilton. He is very early onto the brakes. We go for a massively aggressive dive up the inside. And guys, for our first episode of my team being a backmarker, we overtake the leading team and the 6-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. That is going on the report for Monday morning, guys. We overtook a Mercedes. Oh wow, get in there, boys, get in there. It's guys, for this first season, we're gonna have to play it risky all the time, otherwise we're not gonna get the points or the results that we need. As a new team in F1, risk is reward. If you don't take risks, you're gonna fail. So we're gonna take risks every single episode almost. Trust me, guys, risks are needed. As you guys see now, this is the Max Verstappen trying to get a move done on the Alpha Tauri of Daniel Kvyat. Then you've got Vettel trying to get past Daniel Ricciardo. And then it is me right behind him. I'm thinking Vettel is like, what the hell is this new guy doing behind me? Get away, dude. I go for a massive dive up the inside on my brand spanking new soft tires. I go up the inside of him, not just Vettel, but Daniel Ricciardo as well. And I'm sure all these big teams are like, where's this guy coming from? And as you guys saw in the beginning of the career mode, I did start the career on 105 out of 110 AI difficulty. Guys, I just want to adjust and get used to the new game. And obviously, as we progress, I will get it upwards in difficulty. But for now, we're keeping it on 105. And the only reason I'm this fast is because I am literally on brand spanking new soft tires compared to most of the other drivers who are on hard tires. So, bear with me. This pace is not going to last. Trust me. But as you guys see now, with the Vettel and Hamilton battling away with the Renault of Ricciardo, they are actually trying to get past them. And while they are fighting, I'm slowly trundling away. Guys, if my car was on pace with them, I would have easily taken out a second to a second and a half per lap on them. I struggled to gain 2/10 on them per lap. And as you guys see, as soon as they've got fresh air, woo, Vettel nearly takes me out there, heading into my favorite part of the track. These guys caught me with no extra effort. It's still, I'm a back market team, and those are two of the fastest cars on the grid. The Ferrari, according to paper, is third. The Mercedes is the quickest car on the grid overall. And as you guys see here, we head on to, I'm not sure what lap that is. My screen is a little bit tiny, but we're going to come in for our second and final pit stop, and we are going to strap on. Is that a second set of soft tires, or are we going on to the mediums? I actually think I went for a second set of softs, guys, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you guys can see, there we go, onto a brand spanking new set of soft tires. Guys, our car actually just, it exploded with the soft tires. It actually had phenomenal pace, and I just felt, even though
tires through to the end now.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And guys, even though the mediums would have been a smarter choice when it comes to tire wear, I just felt 20 times more comfortable on the soft. So I was willing to endure those final 3 or 4 laps of absolute no grip whatsoever. But guys, heading in towards this next part, you guys can see this is now Charles Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas battling away with Max Verstappen for the lead of the Grand Prix. Then you've got Alex Albon in P4, Vettel P5, Hamilton is in P6. P7, you've got Mr. Daniel Ricciardo for Renault, driving a fantastic race. Behind him, it is the Alfa Romeo of Kimi Räikkönen in P8. Then P9, come on, today would be good, there we go. P9, it is the Alpha Tauri of Pierre Gasly, and P10, it is the McLaren who started on the very last spot on the grid, Mr. Lando Norris, and he is fighting away for points, having an absolutely phenomenal race thus far. Get in there, Lando. Guys, for those of you guys that have been watching the real life season, Lando Norris has been on fire. And as you guys see there, I take a very aggressive line there through the chicane. I actually take out the bollard completely, and we are now right behind the Renault of Esteban Ocon. Going into this next part, we are very late onto the brakes, and we get the move done on Ocon. I'm not sure for what position that was, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like P13, P14, round about there. So we are in close to points, but not close enough. But still, guys, we are having a fantastic race, and I felt like this was, when it came to pure and amazing gameplay, this was the best possible first episode I could have had. Here we have Charles Leclerc going side by side with Max Verstappen to take the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Ferrari lead the way from Red Bull in P2 and Mercedes P3, but now not far ahead into the future. Here comes Valtteri Bottas to make a move on Max Verstappen, heading into the second sector right-hander, through into the left-hander, now heading up towards the fast left-right chicane. It is Bottas right behind Verstappen, and guys, if these guys battle too much, Alexander Albon in the second Red Bull might join this fight. Here we go through the S's. It's very close between Bottas and Albon. Bottas will have DRS for Albon. Bottas will have DRS on Verstappen. Verstappen will not have DRS because Leclerc has bolted, and it is still side by side for the Mercedes and the Red Bull. But unlike what we want in real life, having Verstappen v Hamilton, we've got Verstappen v Bottas. But it is just as good, even though it's in the game. Oh, there's a little bit of a nudge there from Verstappen. But Bottas gets that Mercedes up into P2, and he even has DRS to just further make sure that move is done and dusted. We jump onto the POV now of Pierre Gasly, who is trying to put Kimi Räikkönen under pressure, guys. These are the two cars that I aim to beat! And I'm officially going to beat one of them, as Pierre Gasly's Honda engine, just like my teammate's engine, has said kapoo! And it is absolutely gone. Guys, I'm already fearing the fact that we have chosen the Honda power unit instead of the Renault or the Mercedes power unit. It has brought out a second virtual safety car. Oh no, it's brought out the full safety car. Oh wow. Okay guys, the full safety car has been called out. We're already getting ready for the restart, and it is now Charles Leclerc leading the way from Valtteri Bottas in P2, Max Verstappen in P3. But guys, I've got a lot of question marks about the Honda power unit. We might have made a massive mistake to start off this season, but you live and you learn. Guys, heading it towards the final. I think this is the final 3 laps of the race, actually. It is now Leclerc leading the way from Bottas P2. Verstappen is under pressure from his teammate in P4, Albon. Then it is Vettel in P5, Hamilton P6, Ricciardo P7. And you guys see the top 10 hasn't changed much. We actually got past the racing point of Lance Stroll, and we are now going after the racing point of Sergio Perez. But guys, here you guys can see as we head to the final part of the race, nothing really changed in those final few laps. There was a lot of battling, but no position changes, actually. There were a few side-by-side moments, but nothing to take home, actually. So guys, heading into this will be I'm trying to talk too quickly. Charles Leclerc will win the race from Valtteri Bottas in P2, and Max Verstappen will seal off P3 for Red Bull. But guys, we are trying to scratch and claw for a potential point here in this Australian Grand Prix. We go up the inside of Sergio Perez at the penultimate corner, through the final corner on the outside. Overtake mode on the ERS. Come on, come on, come on. The Honda power unit is just not the same as the Mercedes, and Perez out drags us towards the line, and we just stay ahead of Lance Stroll. Guys, here's a replay of what just happened. This was absolutely nuts. We go up the inside. We force our way to the inside. It was not for points. I thought it was, but it was for P11. We go around the outside. As you guys see, I switch on overtake, but I run out of electrical energy. And that is us P12 for our first race of our own team.
Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We've witnessed some great battles on the streets of Melbourne today, and they've taken a fantastic win. Ant, talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Let's have a quick look at how the driver's standings have changed. And with today's impressive result, Charles Leclerc steps into the championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip? Great. Well, that's everything.
Guys, what an absolutely crazy Australian Grand Prix. Guys, I've never been in the position where I had to scratch and claw on the final lap heading through the final few corners for a position. And the worst part is, it wasn't even for points, but I still took it so seriously. Just to finish ahead of those two 2019 pink Mercedes would have felt amazing. Guys, now that we are level 2, we can choose another sponsor. In the next episode, I will show you guys how I scattered the sponsors around the car. We've only got 2 now, but I put them all there. And actually, I threw in my brand new helmet design at the end of the video. Oh, guys, what a race. Look, guys, I know everybody's like, but you didn't get points. Why are you so excited? Guys, the fact that that race was so epic, we had 2 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car. Our strategy was thrown out the window by lap, 5, 6, after my teammate's engine went kapoo. And we just raced and made plans on the go. We didn't have any solid plan. We just did what we felt, and we so nearly got points. And don't throw it in my face that the AI is on 105. It is still stupidly hard for somebody playing on a freaking pad. I'm just saying, that was absolutely phenomenal, guys. Here's the pose I'm gonna use for the time being, and the podium celebrations, because I bought the deluxe edition of the game with all the Schumacher cars. I get 2 of Michael Schumacher's celebrations, and that middle one is just, it's the one I want. That is an iconic Michael Schumacher celebration on the podium, and it's fantastic. Guys, being the, what's that, 11, 10, we're the 8th in the chassis department. I'm gonna buy a chassis upgrade. One thing that I actually forgot to do was buy a reliability upgrade, but we'll do that the next episode. Like I said, like twice already this episode, you live and you learn. We're also gonna go for a power unit upgrade. The Honda engine is a bit weak, I'm not gonna lie. We have to make sure that the engine upgrades come in flowing. And aerodynamics as well, we are in 8th position. And I think for our first weekend in Formula One, being an official F1 team, it didn't go too bad. Yes, we only finished with 1 car, but I nearly got that 1 car into the points. And that to me is, it's a good start. Look, I know we're going to have a few reality checks come in the next few episodes. I'm not looking for points. I'm just looking to finish ahead of Williams and Haas, if I can, ahead of AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. But Racing Point, Renault, McLaren, and obviously the top 3 teams are not within our reach just yet. But guys, I saw at the end of the F1 2019 career mode, you guys loved the fact that I put the race highlight at the end of the video and not like in like a little block in the top right. So this is how the videos will end from now on, guys. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This first episode of my team has been absolutely crazy. And I love it. I absolutely love it. This was just awesome, awesome, awesome. I think for a first car, being a very basic livery, the car is still very sexy. I love the blue and the black with the little red accent. The red accent just gives it that little bit of a pop. And we drove aggressively, I'm not going to lie. But like I said, guys, this first season is going to be a season of taking risks. Otherwise, we're gonna fall flat on our face, and that is the last thing we want. But guys, that has been this episode. That has been all the time we have had for racing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you haven't liked it yet. I mean, with all due respect to the big F1 YouTubers, I haven't seen an F1 YouTube race that has gone this well, that has been this action-packed. I'm sorry, I just haven't, and I watch a few of them. So guys, this was absolutely awesome. Hit the like down below. It's only going to take you 2 seconds. Please Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share this video with your friends. Tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out on my social media as well as here on YouTube. Guys, finally, if you haven't done it yet, I'm not even going to overreact. Well, just what are you doing? What are you doing? Hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding that bell to never miss a future episode. Like I said, guys, I'm going to be grinding. Even if it means having a few late nights, it's worth it. We're going to grind. Guys, stay beautiful, stay safe. Enjoy F1 gaming. Enjoy the racing life. F1 is back in real life. It is amazing. And I honestly can't wait to see what the future holds. Guys, like I said, stay beautiful, stay safe, but above all, stay my Turbonatics. I love you guys. See you all next episode. Cheers!